Nani is a superstar. So,
Mohanlal.
there's a formula in Telugu cinema. Nani plus Mallu heroines is a hit.
Yeah.
So, that Mallu connection is getting closer and closer.
Yeah.
Speak about 𝐂𝐮𝐫𝐞.
He's a terrific actor. You know, he's definitely taking the roles he played to the next level.
Any particular scene that, okay, 𝐂𝐮𝐫𝐞.
Yes. But how 𝐂𝐻𝐻 performed it, it took it to the next level.
After the Argentina winning the World Cup. It's like Lionel Messi coming out of the stage.
Everybody's like going,
So I also want to ask about the silk factor in the movie.
I believe in the script, but I'm not sure everyone believes it or not.
Part இருக்கு, the 𝐂𝐮𝐫𝐿 பூஞ்சோலா song. So அந்த பாட்டோட impact இன்னைக்கு வரைக்கும் இருக்கு.
From the day one, from the time I heard the story, I always thought it will be super hit.
നമസ്കാരം, ദിസ് ഇസ് ഫിലിമിബീറ്റ് പ്രസൻസ് അൺടോൾഡ് വിത്ത് അജിൻ. ഇന്ന് നമ്മുടെ കൂടെ അൺടോൾഡ് സ്റ്റോറീസ് പറയാനുള്ള ആളെക്കുറിച്ച് പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഹീ ഈസ് വെരി സ്പെഷ്യൽ ടു മലയാളം ഓഡിയൻസ് ആൻഡ് ഹീ ഈസ് വെരി കണക്റ്റഡ് ടു മലയാളം ഓഡിയൻസ്. ഇദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ സിനിമകൾ ഇവിടെ വലിയ രീതിയിൽ റെസ്പോൺസുകൾ കിട്ടാറുണ്ട്. ആൻഡ് തേർഡ് ടൈം ഹിസ് പ്രൊമോട്ടിംഗ് ഹിസ് മൂവി ഇൻ കേരള. സോ ദിസ് ടൈം ദ ദസറ വിൽ ബി ഓൺ മാർച്ച്. സോ ലെറ്റ് മീ വെൽക്കം ദ നാച്ചുറൽ സ്റ്റാർ നാനി വിത്ത് മീ.
Thank you.
Actually, ഈ കേരളത്തോടുള്ള ഒരു കണക്ഷൻ എവ്രി വൺ വിൽ ബി ആസ്കിങ് ഹൗ ഓഫൻ യു കണക്റ്റഡ് ടു മലയാളം സിനിമ. ബട്ട് ഈ ലാസ്റ്റ് ഒരു 3 years യു വർക്ക് വിത്ത് ലോട്ട് ഓഫ് മലയാളം ടെക്നീഷ്യൻസ്, ആർട്ടിസ്റ്റ് ആൻഡ് ഓൾ. ഈ കണക്ഷൻ എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഇപ്പോൾ കുറച്ചുകൂടെ ഡീപ്പായില്ലേ ശരി?
Yeah, definitely. With each film, it is growing deeper, and also I started watching a lot of Malayalam films. And not just me. I think across the country, everyone is watching a lot of Malayalam cinema now because of the content is being created here. And from the beginning, I've worked with a lot of actresses who are from Malayalam and all. But now the
regional boundaries are breaking.
New talent and technicians and everything. It's now just not Malayalam cinema. I think everyone is working everywhere. Now the lines have been blurred. So obviously the connection is also becoming stronger day by day. And every film I'm coming here, promotions, and every film is releasing here. I think Dasara will make us more closer that way, because it's my best work till date in a way. So yeah.
So I want to ask something about special about Dasara, because Dasara will be on March, I said earlier. More than that, Dasara വരുന്നത് നാനിയുടെ ഏറ്റവും ലൈഫിലെ ഏറ്റവും ക്രൂഷ്യൽ ടൈമിലാണ്. കാരണം ഒരുപാട് സിനിമകൾ ചെയ്യേണ്ട ഒരു സമയം. ആൻഡ് ടു ബി ഫ്രാങ്ക് പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഇറ്റ്സ് ഡിഫറെൻറ്റ്. വി ആർ സീയിങ് എ ഡിഫറെൻറ്റ് അവതാർ ഓഫ് നാനി. സോ എന്തായിരുന്നു ഈ സിനിമ സൈൻ ചെയ്തപ്പോൾ ഉണ്ടായൊരു റിയാക്ഷൻ? ആൻഡ് വാസ് ഇറ്റ് എ ഫിയർ, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എന്തെങ്കിലും ഫിയേഴ്സ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു ടു ഓവർകം?
Nothing, absolutely no fear. For me, every film is important, and I don't really look at it like, oh, this is a little bigger budget wise, and I don't really put any logistics to it. I listen to a script. If I get excited and all that, I'll go get in and do everything. Definitely, there is more at risk here, more at stake here when you're doing a film like this. But also, I think the reward will be more. And now that we know how the film turned out, I think our reward is going to be multifold. And I've never had fear. I just had more than anything, I had fear of not doing 100% for the film. I always want to deliver the best, whatever is possible, and I'll have that little fear that nothing should fall short. Nothing should feel like later I shouldn't see the film and feel that I wish I should have done that. Now I don't have that feeling. I am like, we're all, as a team, we're all extremely happy with the content of the film. So yeah, there's no fear, nothing. We are excited. I think it's going to be big.
I also want to ask about 𝐀𝐿, because he has been working with Sukumar sir. So he know how big can be a Telugu cinema will be, because he work with Rangasthalam, Nanakupramina and all. Yeah. And about 𝐀𝐿, so is there something special about this man after you first meeting him?
Yeah, that is the reason I think we have, even though he's a debutant, we handed over him such a big project, and we thought we'll do this film because there was something very special about him. Very, very honest guy, very very straightforward. Doesn't mince his words, just says whatever he feels in the heart. So it's very rare to find those people. And even a story, he just didn't make one story to make one Telugu film. His story, he made it from his own life story. Like every character he would have grown up with, he took those little details and nuances from that and incorporated into a script, and then made it very original. So I think everything about this guy is very different and special. So,
About Sukumar sir's character. Sukumar sir's characters is like a grey sheet characters.
which one?
Sukumar sir's.
His
It's
films.
Guru.
Yeah.
It's like the characters has a legacy, like Arya and all, Pushpan also. And do you find something which can relate to Sukumar sir?
I feel, I think definitely not like Sukumar sir characters, but this is something a little more. It's a very unique. We can't really put it in a. I know Sukumar sir has that kind of tinge he creates for his main leads, but Srikanth is absolutely complete avatar he has of his hero in his head, and there's a lot of Srikanth's protagonist is a lot of innocence, but the innocence masked with a lot of rage. So rage and innocence are opposites. I think Srikanth's characterization is a very good combination. Yeah. But very different from
other movies. So I also speak about 𝐂𝐮𝐫𝐞𝐧𝐭, because last time when we met, we had talked about his character. It's like more than film, he talk about the people who worked in that film, about the director, about yourself. It's like one of the best film he have worked till the date. More than the story about the logical and the scale of the film. So about him something, because he's a person who we admire a lot actually.
He's a terrific actor, and when I've started watching films, he's one actor I've noticed like he's making a difference in the way the role would have, he's definitely taking the roles he played to the next level. And I noticed in, not just one film but 2-3 films I noticed, and back to back he delivered that subtle, intense performance. So when we thought of this character called Nani Dasara, we thought he'll be great. And the moment he came onto the set and the way he acted, we were so happy that we went for him because he was brilliant in that role.
Okay, anyone seen that 𝐂𝐮𝐫𝐞𝐧𝐭 blonde up your mind, something like that?
Which one?
Any particular scene that 𝐂𝐮𝐫𝐿?
Yes. No, there is one scene where he talks to his wife, and what he does while he talks to his wife is very crazy. In the execution level itself, in the idea itself, Srikanth itself made that scene a very impactful one. But how 𝐭𝐮 performed it, it took it to the next level. I see. Okay, so I just want to ask you this for a very long time actually. When Hindi version of 𝐀𝐿 got released, the Hindi remake version of 𝐀𝐿 got released, people were happy with the movie. But by the time it got released, a lot of people watched the Telugu version. Correct.
So, and people were like, we could not imagine someone different as Arjun. So, if an actor gives his 100%, this also happened to you also when Aha Kalyanam got released.
Correct.
It was straightly compared to Baan Baja Baan.
Yeah, correct. I was in 𝐭𝐮's place.
𝐭𝐮's place. So, if an actor gives his 100% or 200%, if a film didn't work well, and the actor's performance is praised a lot, what will go through his mind?
Nice question. I like, see, definitely when the comparisons happen, that this and all, and you did your 100%, and anybody who can see, who can understand the performance is being praised and did very well, and then also they will say then the original cannot be replaced. It definitely is disheartening because you really gave it your 100% and you made a great film. Sometimes it doesn't work out, and it makes you feel a little down. But I think that is what life is. We pull it up, because these are all nice stories to say few years later when you go on back and you do a film which people will love. Then you'll say, then it'll also teach you something, that you just need to give your best and move on. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. And like how for a success of a film there are 100 reasons. For a film not working also, there are 100 reasons. We can't really control all of these reasons. Things fall in place sometimes, things don't fall in place sometimes. What's in our hands is to give our best. So I think that's more important.
Oh, that's very honest answer. I think
Yeah.
so. And here in Malu audience and Kerala audience, the train sequence is celebrated for last 2 to 3 months after the Argentina winning the World Cup. It's like Lionel Messi coming out of the stairs.
Everybody's like going, yeah.
So, do you find that much impact when he was narrating the story?
No, we know it is a very special scene. It's a nice moment. But like this, it will become iconic, like where everyone will use it for their personal emotion, as that as a meme or as that video, as a GIF. That much we didn't imagine. Now anybody succeeds after a long time, or anybody getting a job, anybody getting anything, first thing they'll come on social media and they'll post this. And so so someone's celebration in life, they'll always think of a moment we created, is extremely humbling, and it's like, I don't know how to express this. I think it's one of the greatest gift of
it's one of the best scenes of Indian cinema, actually.
Thank you.
It's one of the
So yeah, I think we're all lucky, and we are very happy that this happened, because it will always stay memorable for us.
So let's go back to 2013, where a producer Nani produced D4DOPD, and your co-producers were Raj and DK.
Correct.
So in 2019, there were a rumor that Nani is doing a movie with them, or movie or series with them. So is that true?
No, that rumor was rumor only. And Raj and DK they're still doing some amazing work, and we actually are not very in touch right now, because they got very busy and I got very busy here. But it was a fun collaboration we started. They actually made D4DOPD. Produced, and in the end, almost before the release, I came and joined as a partner. When they came and told me, why don't you join in this film, let's all release it together. You're an actor, it'll be nice if you're presenting the film and all that. So then I just joined into the film in the last moment, and that didn't work. That film didn't work, and after that also, they also felt they should go back and do something in Hindi, and I also got busy with my films. After that, a few times we met, and then we spoke with particularly Raj. I didn't speak much, but DK was in touch, but I'm like so proud of them, what the kind of content they are creating. Look forward to meet them. If something
Can expect something.
Yeah, if something is there, I'd love to.
So there is a debate going on social media and all. So it's called definition of superstar. Superstar is a person, is an aspiration. Means anyone cannot be a superstar. Any actor cannot be a superstar. Superstar is made by people who them to wish to see like a superstar. So Nani is a superstar.
Okay, yeah.
Nani is a superstar.
Like, in your meaning, like somebody who has some body of work and a lot of people liking, and
So your movies has kind of audience, because from Pillar Saminda to Krishnaji Yuddham to all of your movies have a certain kind of audience. And is there a fear to do something very different? That anticipation?
No fear. There's a wish. There's a strong will. There's a strong want to do something different all the time. And that is how we are picking this story.
That's why I'm asking, because Dasara is not a safe zone movie. It's a very
unique, but also in my head, all the things which everyone thinks that is not a safe zone movie are safe zone movies in my head. That is the reason I do those films. Like, for example, even a film like Ninukori, I know a lot of people told me, a lot of actors told me, how did you do this film? We wouldn't have believed in it. So they are thinking I took a risk. But for me, from the day one, from the time I heard the story, I always thought it will be a super hit. So for me, it's not a risk I am taking. Okay, see, there are two ways. I believe in the script, but I'm not sure everyone believes it or not. But I go and do the film. Then it's a risk. All the films which people are saying that I took a risk is not just me believing it. I believe that everyone will love it. So then it is not a risk, right? In my head.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in my perception, I'm a great admirer. I like your work very well. But Tak Jagdish was the only movie I could have say it's
like it is more main. It looks like a Telugu, more of the template film, or it was meant to be that. Tak Jagdish film was made for like, for example, we all have in our own respective languages films which particularly see you watch my films, you said you like my films because of the content or because of some unique. If I do a quintessential Telugu film which will be lapped by Telugu audience on a festival day, that will not relate to you at all, because it was supposed to be for the and Tak Jagdish, when we started, we wanted it to release on a Dasara festival day, where the whole families will come and sit and see. It was like a little, there is a big family, parents, this and all that, sibling, and them rejecting this younger son, but he fighting for the family. This is a very strong emotion in our, from our childhood we have seen these films, but again, whenever they come back, there is a strong emotion. So that is the reason I did that film, but and it ended up in OTT, but it was always meant to be for the theatre on the festival day. But now, obviously, after you reading the OTT reviews and all that, you can never believe that it might work in a theatre. Now even if I say that, nobody will agree, but it was never meant to be take that route. But now that the verdict is clear, no, it didn't work. We can't do anything.
So how do you take success actually? Are you a person who detached to success, or
I am very like even this. Sometimes I explain things because what we thought, you should also know this side of the story. But I'm quite detached with success failure, because what we think of success and what a trade or something shows it as is very different. And what actually what actually the trade calls failure, and how much people would have benefited out of it, and thinking, and on a personal level it's a success for everyone, it's very different. So I've seen films which everyone made money, everybody benefited out of every deal. I've seen trade calling it a flop. I've seen films which a lot of people lost money, but trade calling it hit. So there's end of the day, there's no point in giving too much importance to what is being announced outside. We know the logistics, we understand. Did we make a successful film or not? It is there, right in front of our eyes. So for me, I don't want to dwell too much about what are they saying. Are they saying don't know. I want to do my best, and I want to see if the content of the film, if the film what we started off is not going up to the mark, then that bothers me. If we touch the mark, if we think we did the film right, then nothing else matters.
So I also want to ask about the silk factor in the movie. So there is a movie called Spadigam. You definitely came to know. Spadigam. It's one of the biggest movies of Malayalam.
Oh yes,
Spadigam. It's a re-release.
Correct.
So
Mohanlal
sir.
Yeah.
So அந்த சீன்ல ஒரு பாட்டு இருக்கு, ஏழிமலை பூஞ்சோலா சாங். ஸோ அந்த பாட்டோட இம்பாக்ட் இன்னைக்கு வரைக்கும் இருக்கு. இந்த சாதா ஒரு பஸ்ஸில் கூட ப்ளே பண்ணா அவ்வளோ இம்பாக்ட் இருக்கும் அந்த சாங். ஸோ அந்த பர்சனுக்கு அவ்வளோ இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் கொடுத்து தான் அந்த சினிமா இருக்கா, அந்த அது அவ்வளோ இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் இருக்கா சில்க்குக்கு?
In the film, it is nothing to do with her career or personal life or anything. It is just that image and her name. In the movie, in Silk Bar, there's a bar called Silk Bar with that image in it, and that bar has a very important role in the film.
Okay. And there's a formula in Telugu cinema. Nani plus Mallu heroines is a hit.
No, not really. Nani plus other heroines are also very big hits are there. But definitely Nani acted with a lot of Mallu heroines. And the reason is because they're extremely talented, and the kind of scripts I chose, they really fit in so well. I've done less number of films where it's like, full set songs, glammed all kind of thing. I like that also, but I've done less films. I've done more relatable films where the girl is also someone who should look like someone we know, somebody real and all that. And in that space, there was not a lot many options in Telugu or in the films I did, and there's so talented actresses. They're here, so it happened. It was not planned.
And for Nani 30, it was like music director is a Malayali, cinematographer is a Malayali. Nani 30.
Yeah.
So that Mallu connection is getting closer and closer. So soonly we can expect a Malayalam movie.
Which one? Sorry.
Soonly can we expect a Malayalam movie?
I don't know. But I really look up to Malayalam cinema, and if something happens, nothing like it.
It's like Nani 30 has an expectation now because Mrunal Thakur plus Nani. It's like she has been celebrated after Sitaramam and all. So how's the work going on actually?
We have just started the film, and I'm really enjoying the work. It's like too early for me to say anything, but I think that will also be a very, very memorable film.
Film.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's all the best for Dasara actually.
Thank you.
And we are eagerly waiting for Hit Chapter
Hit 3. Yeah.
Being in a very small space that in Hit 2, Arjun Sarkar
Yeah.
coming in with a brown boot.
Yeah, last minute. Yeah.
So it was like a last ball sixer in jersey.
Thank you.
And
That was the idea.
That was the idea.
That was the idea.
Okay, so definitely all the best for all your movies.
Thank you.
From your great admirer. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Thank you.